So I left. It's not very cold outside, 6 Celsius degrees. I will have to put a navigation soon, but I am looking to get a coffee. It's Sunday and there are many shops opened, many food stores, but I don't know about espresso. I don't know about a good espresso to go. I'm sure there are many cafes, restaurants opened, but I would love to have one to go. I had amazing ones in Câmpulung, where my mother lives, amazing ones in Bucharest already. Every time the salesperson is surprised that I say please without sugar and milk, and one day I forgot to tell the guy that I don't want sugar or milk, so I said please an espresso, and he immediately put the sugar in, and I said sorry, but I didn't tell you anything about sugar. And he said, what, you don't want sugar? And I said no. Okay, I will make you another one. And another time I went to clean my car in Câmpulung. I will do something illegal now. I'm risking it. Okay, so I turn left. So I went to the car wash. They told me that it will take an hour or a bit over 1 hour, but they have a nice terrace with seats and wooden seats, benches, and I ordered a double espresso. And the guy was looking a bit surprised at me. He said, are you sure you want a double espresso? And I said, yes, please. And he came with a cup. I think it had 250 milliliters of coffee. I said nothing. I said thank you very much. I drank some of it. It was a bit transparent, but it costed 80 cents. So it was fine. What I love about Bucharest, what I love about Romania, but let's say in particular Bucharest, because I was born here. First of all, the smell. I'm craving for this smell. Nowhere in the world where I've traveled, it smells like home, like here. It almost makes me cry. And when it's warm outside, about, I don't know, 15, 16 Celsius degrees, it smells like a springtime. And then the birds are singing. And it always takes me back to my childhood when I was spending time in the garden in front of the apartment building. And that's the first thing I noticed when I enter the country, but it's more intense here in the capital. And so it's the smell. Then I always say the taste is easy to say. Of course food tastes the same, but like cheese, let's say cheese tastes the same, the sheep cheese, but it's not at all true. Romanian cheese is very special, very particular. The feta cheese comes close to it, but it's not the same. So the taste of food, and I had the luck to have had many amazing dishes in this short time of 10 days. Delicious panettone in Câmpulung. Maybe I will film a little bit there at this bakery. The owner already said yes, please come anytime to film here, to show you a little bit of this amazing place that is baking panettone, and with real nuts filling, because one day my mother told me that, oh my god, she said, be aware of the baked goods that have or are listed to have nuts inside. Be aware, because they are using 5% nuts or 10%. The rest is darkened breadcrumbs dust powder. Yeah, so darkened breadcrumbs with cinnamon and I don't know what other flavors, maybe nuts flavor, but not many have 100% nuts. And this panettone has 100% nuts inside, and it tasted so good. And many other dishes. I hope that in Constanța I will also get to eat the local foods. It's very specific. I have water in my mouth. But first of all, coffee. Let's see. The way is long, and I will appreciate to find it as soon as possible. A bit disappointing. I've been driving for 15 minutes and I didn't see any coffee place opened, no bakery. Then I stopped here near the Marriott Hotel and I saw a bakery, a chain, and light inside. So I went in, I parked quite far, I went in, or I wanted to go in, and the salesperson said, "No, we are closed." Okay, so besides there was a supermarket and I got some mineral water and an industrial croissant and coffee from a machine. I spilled half of the coffee onto the car. It's 2:30. The city is quiet, so I'm curious to see how long it will take to reach the cemetery. Maybe 20 more minutes. Another thing that I like.
You were on the fastest route despite some traffic. You should reach your destination by 14:51.
20 minutes. Another thing that I like about Romania, about Bucharest, it doesn't mean that it excludes what I have in Austria. I've been living in Austria half of my life and I love being there, I love living there. But of course there are differences, and Romania is a Latin nation, so I'm a little bit Latin. My grandfather is from Romania, from the eastern side of the country, and we have very, how to say, we live a bit more loud or open, and we also express our feelings more open. But what I like to see here is that women, most of the women, they like to display their feminine side, and of course there should be a balance. There should not be too much, but yes, they like to display, and I love to get closer to them, to smell their perfume. And they like to speak about cosmetic procedures, like treatments at home, spa treatments at home, doing their nails. I don't know, maybe it sounds superficial, but I think it's very important as a woman to be feminine, to feel this way, to not be afraid to show off. You have to be careful. It's crazy. So people are desperate, drivers are desperate. Okay. I have priority, but yeah. So, I will be showing you a little bit of the way, but yes, so this is what I like, that women here, I don't know about guys, I don't know about men showing their masculine side, I don't know at all, because I never had a Romanian boyfriend, but Romanian women are very feminine, and the way they speak to each other, it's very, how to say, relaxed, very relaxed. Sometimes it's hurtful because I'm very sensitive, and when someone is very straightforward, I wonder, I would say, why would this person be so open, so straightforward, because kind of it's offending.
In
But
400
yeah,
meters, continue straight.
it's good to be straightforward. And other things that I like being here, so I said the food, the smell, the feminine side, the general climate.
Continue straight.
It's different, it's specific, it's very specific, it's unique, it's actually unique. Many people from the western part, from the Western Europe, they think that Romania is, I don't know, they have different stereotypes, it's very cheap, or actually, let's talk about cheap and expensive, because I've been having a shock recently when I saw the real estate market. I don't want to open up too much to this regarding my apartment. I got some news, but I might have to move, and I was in complete shock that the prices are as high as in Vienna, as high as in Austria. Sure, it depends on the area a lot, but I mean, when it comes to quality, the prices are insane. They doubled since I bought my flat 5 years ago. Yeah, they doubled, maybe even more. So the perception that Romania is cheap is kind of wrong. Food is as expensive as in Austria. Obviously now the real estate and many other things, but yeah, it is how it is. Now let's actually enjoy together the way. It's cloudy, but yeah, it's January.
Winterland, tell me all your secrets. Fill me in on your wildest moments. Colored trees, your yellow leaves move me. Dancing roofs, your painted red shakes the room. When I get there, I'll let my feet roam. When I get there, I'll break in your arms, I'll lose control. When I get there, I'll know the answer. Let me know when I get closer.
Here I am, and I'm noticing that my uncle placed some new decoration, Christmas decoration, a wreath. It's nice. Some old flowers, I will throw them away. This carbon was given to me by Maria, my friend Maria. She gave me a full box, and they're very, very good. They light up quick. And here I have the incense from the monastery, and I think this is a myrrh, so oil. And this is Nicholas, saint. There is a text on the back, and I think I will be leaving it here as well to them.
got down on one knee, 11, 12, 11, and her tears welled up, and her heart jumped to heaven. It was supposed to rain, but there's clear skies today. She was a rare gem, Romanian descent. He was a good man, gave her every compliment she deserved. Yeah, he treated her like a queen. He said, come with me, my darling beauty. Let's spend our lives together, and I love you always, through every doorway. Beaches and sunshine cities, moonlight I will. Well, it could have been.
Hello again from Gara de Nord in Bucharest. I'm waiting for the train to arrive. It should depart in 2 minutes and it didn't arrive yet to the train station. There are many people on the platform. I didn't expect that. I think there are 250, 300 people. I got myself an orange juice. I only had the coffee, the croissant, and now an orange juice. So yeah, I hope to have a nice dinner with my niece. She will be driving from the city where she lives with my mother to Constanța. Her journey will take more than 7 hours. She left earlier, and my train journey will take only 2 hours instead of 4 hours by car. So it should be a nice ride. I have a ticket at the first class, a seat. Also I bought a seat. So no matter how crowded it is, I will have a seat, and I look forward to arrive to Constanța.
When you're gone, I will keep the fires warm. When you're gone,
40 minutes into the trip, into the ride, that's supposed to take 2 hours. I was with my mother on the phone, giving her some updates, and all of a sudden I hear a metallic sound, or also a bump under the train. The train stopped immediately. My mom said maybe somebody pulled the trigger, somebody drunk, or I don't know, confused, pulled the trigger. And then I saw the controller jumping, going to the conductor, speaking to him, coming back to the passengers, and speaking on the radio at the same time. And they told us that the train hit a person. The train was driving with 200 kilometers an hour, or I don't know, 180. I'm very confused now. I'm a bit under shock. And because of the speed, we stopped 2 kilometers away from the hit area. So we have to wait now for the police. The inspector, I heard it through the radio, was asking okay, my sister is writing it. The inspector was asking the conductor, the mechanic, if he believes that the person is still alive, but we all doubt. Yeah, at this speed, it's tragic, and I don't know what else to say, but I will keep you updated. Good morning from Constanța. I arrived here late at midnight. The train ride took over 5 hours instead of 2. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be safe. I look forward exploring this beautiful city. There is a big harbor. The sea, I have a sea view here. It's wonderful, and I'm going to show you as much as I can. But before that, I would like to give you an update of what happened in the train yesterday. As I was telling you, I was with my mother on the phone, and all of a sudden I heard a metallic noise coming from under the train. I thought that maybe somebody left some metal buckets in between the rails. I don't know, anything crazy. Then my mom said, no, maybe somebody pulled the trigger. The train stopped quite smoothly, so not extremely abrupt, but still I felt that it's something wrong. And the controller, I told you, he was so kind, and I always like the way the controllers also in Austria, they request to show the ticket. They're very elegant in their manners, and also wearing the uniform. And he was so nice and gentle, and but also under shock. We were all under shock. There were 2 foreign passengers, and they constantly asked me to keep them updated. And yeah, so the controller told us that the train hit a man that was having a bicycle, and yeah, the bicycle came under the train. The man was thrown off the rails, killed instantly. And the mechanic, the conductor, is under shock. The police came fast, the ambulance came fast, but they couldn't do anything. Then the medical examiners came later, I guess about one and a half hour later. There were 2 controllers. Second one came, I guess, from the second class. And I asked the controllers if there is something we can offer the conductor. I didn't have any drinks with me, just a bit of mineral water that I just drank. But I said that I have some very nice eclairs from Paul. It's a nice place in Bucharest, and the 3 nice eclairs were for my niece. So I asked if there is something I can offer. I would offer those eclairs to sweeten his shock or his I don't know what to say, but they said no, thank you very much. But 15 minutes later, they came back and they said actually the conductor would kindly ask you if he can have the eclairs. And I said, of course, with all my heart, sure. And they took them, they took the box, and they returned, and they said, with tears in their eyes, they said he was eating them like he never ate eclairs before, and he's so grateful. But it's hard to explain or to describe in words what someone feels being in the train, but it's impossible to comprehend what someone would feel driving the train and such a tragedy happening, because nobody wakes up in the morning, goes to work, and with a hint of thought that something like this could happen. Of course, accidents happen. Of course, people die on the railways. But as far as we know, this person didn't want to die. He didn't notice the train. The train was speeding, as I said, 160 kilometers an hour, pitch dark. There was a village in the proximity, so maybe he was going home. Maybe he wanted to take a shortcut. He was having his bicycle with him. He was wearing a green jacket, and possibly he works at a railway company, they said. So then the internal affairs came. Everything took 3 hours. People lost patience. People were upset. But in the back of my mind, I always said, no matter how long it takes, this poor soul needs our time, or at least the police, the authorities should do their work to understand the circumstances. So I wasn't upset about all the lost time at all. 3 trains passed that were on time, passed by, and everyone was saying, oh, if I would have taken an earlier train or a later train, I would have not been here, stuck here. But yeah, so that's the story. There isn't much to say. It's sad to think that the body was left on the field for a couple of hours. So the ambulance couldn't take the body immediately. They didn't want to. That's the procedure. Pitch black. my husband was asking if curious people would be around, and I said no because it's very dark. There are only flashlights from the authorities, so it's good that the person was given respect. And yeah, if I have some updates, I will be telling you. But yeah, he was a total stranger to everyone. Although yeah, he was coming from or to the village. Nobody knew him. There were some other employees traveling in the train, and they said it kind of happens often, if I may say that. 1 week ago, it happened something similar. A young man was hit by 2 trains. Then there was a suicide last year, a lady with 3 children, so she came on purpose on the tracks. Then we have an acquaintance, he wanted to do it, that happened 2 years ago. Yeah, tragedies, and I think it's the worst, or one of the worst methods to die. Yeah. So that was the update. I will try to enjoy the city. I didn't sleep very well last night, but my niece will make my stay as pleasant as possible. She wants to show me now the students' canteen, where students are eating, but also outsiders, as myself, could go there to pay and eat. It's not about the food, so maybe I won't be eating anything there, but I'm curious to see how the students' campus looks. She's very excited to study here. She loves the city. She has all kind of, I don't know, stories to tell me, so I look forward spending a few days with her here. The weather is not so nice. I see it's cloudy, but yeah, that's January, it's normal, and I will be taking you with me. So until very, very soon.
Winterland, tell me all your secrets. Fill me in on your wildest moments. Colored trees, your yellow leaves move me. Dancing moves, your painted red shakes the room. When I get there, I'll let my feet roll. When I get there, I'll last for a while. The storm is passing by. I start to stare. What am I doing? I should be standing strongly and firmly, grabbing my chair tight as I stumble. Raving circus, won't you crumble? This wild sea raging inside of me. I rest my feet and blame our stubborn knees. I know you're kind. Pledge to your eager mind. Don't march in your grin. Stay far from these fragile winds. Oh, I see the leaves moving in silent grief. Is this our turn to heal something that burns while we destroy everything possible, dragging our homes into this battle, hoping our names will somehow appear?
My dears, it's Tuesday. I've spent almost 2 days in Constanța. I'm very happy to be here. I will leave today to Bucharest. I'm enjoying a lemonade at the view. They were so kind to lower the music, the volume of the music, that I can speak to you. My niece is here, Melina, but she doesn't want to come in front of the camera. She's shy, but maybe next time I will convince her to say hello to you. It's delicious. Outside is cold. It's very windy. But it's a nice feeling to be in January here at the seaside. It feels a bit, I don't know, let's say awkward or special, because just to give you an example, Timișoara, I've been in Timișoara, I've stayed one night, is located on 90 meters above the sea level, so that's the area. Bucharest is between 60 and 90 meters above the sea level, and the elevation here in Constanța is about 25 meters above the sea level. So the city is almost three times lower or 4 times lower than Timișoara, let's say Timișoara, or 3 times lower than Bucharest. So it feels very special. Today we went on the beach. It was very windy, you saw it. And somehow we drove very close to the beach, and somehow I had the feeling, oh my god, the sea is almost to the street level. This was my feeling, my impression. 280,000 people are living here. In Timișoara, 320,000 approximately, and in Bucharest, 1.9 million people. So 3 big cities in Romania. So I will be taking the train. I hope without any events. So I will take very soon the train in 40 minutes from now. 2 hours train ride. Then I will be at my flat in the evening. I will be spending my evening there at my flat, very cozy. And yes, so I thank you for watching this episode. I had a good time here. My niece took very good care of me. Yesterday she showed me a nice cafe, and we had some takeaway food. Actually, we ordered. It was a nice order, Greek food, and so I kiss you, and we'll see each other in the next episode. Maybe from Bucharest, maybe from Vienna. I don't know yet. Let's see. Have a nice time. Until very soon.